Alright guys, we're into the game. We were not actually informed that it was going live, so
yeah,
apologies for missing
sorry
the
about
pistol.
that. We are on a relay of 3 minutes, but it didn't tell us until like 5 seconds ago. Like, oh, by the way, we're live. So there we go. LDLC won the knife and won the pistol. So here we are in the second round. We've got a push here on Eco from the T's. Haven't killed any LDLC players just yet, but I was going to say kioShiMa looking vulnerable, but they are all 1v1s we're seeing here. So
kioShiMa is already with a triple kill. That is mad money in the bank for kioShiMa. Might just make himself some more. Oh my god, that's look at the money. Look at that money.
oh dear.
Look at the money. $7,400.
Imagine all the candy you can buy with that.
That is actually really significant. I mean, all that money.
All that
bonus,
kizash.
4 kills with the shotgun. Na'Vi going to feel that. They're going to be very aware about how much money they just gave. But this is the period where they can actually hit back hard.
Big
they got the AKs.
Popper pump. And he's thrown it over to NBK as well. He's going to play it close on B. But not going to find any action yet as all the Na'Vi players are going towards the A bomb site here. They've got a decoy down in mid. And we have a stack in the apps. I wonder if they're going to try and smoke balcony here. We could see that from SmithZz. He's just firing into the apps for the time being.
He's actually trying to distract them as to the push that's coming in, and it seems like Smith's in with a quick couple kills. There is a third one before he does eventually go down, and we do have a situation where Happy's coming in from the B site, and there's NBK with the shotgun. So can see what he can get done with this. Oh, how does he do it? Finds the head of Edouard with that, but in comes SmithZz from the back. But NBK against all odds made it into a 1-on-1, a winnable situation for Happy. Happy though. Not with a kid at the moment. Gonna have to play hide and seek with SmithZz. He's just gonna have to try to go for it, but he needs a kit. He could actually go for the hold if he had a kit.
There's no time now at all.
SmithZz is afraid of that, so he goes in for the frag. Does get the kill, and a very costly round though for Na'Vi. And we saw how much money that LDLC were running with in the previous round, so they're gonna put in a buy. So both teams put to the ropes now, it looks like, on the money.
SmithZz is halfway to the frags he had in the previous match, as he did go 422 on an overpass. So hopefully he can get some more frags and represent his team.
Can't believe you brought that up, James.
Have to, man. It's all the
shame.
I have to bring it up. Foreign would be proud right now. Can't gloss over it. Got to get that elephant in the room out straight away. But hopefully he can be more balanced with his team in terms of the frags this time. We are going to see the push from Na'Vi into the B bomb site now.
And looks like they are going to get themselves in there. We can see Smith gets repositioned thanks to the smokes and the flashes. The entry kill onto NBK. Happy at the back of the site, though, trying to get that work in, as we do see the bomb trying to go down. Smith is going to stop that, though. Great work done by Smith, as he is still guarding the bomb. It's smoked off as well. So this is really good for LDLC, but Smith will go down immediately. And it is still a 2-on-2. They are still in a great position. kioShiMa with a nice frag onto Edouard, as we have Guardian alone. Still unable to get the bomb down. There is 50 seconds to play with, but I don't know if that really helps them all that much.
Yeah, at least he's got a good chance of getting a 1v1 here, as long as he doesn't make sound jumping off these barrels, because they do have 2 angles to watch, but he hasn't got the HP to take a trade.
And the grenade gives him away. shox does get the frag, masterfully taken that angle by shox, and 3-1 is the score. That Na'Vi, they should have been able to get the bomb down, but Happy at the back of the site, and Smith as well, causing havoc on the coils.
It's a difficult situation here for Na'Vi, because they don't really have the money to buy these P250s. If we look at the money, here we've got C's 1,400, Edouard 1,400, Guardian 1,700. Ideally you want 2,000 plus on the T side on an Eco in order to buy properly in the next round. So there's serious investment made here by the T's, and it's paying off in spades right now, as shox does fall in the apps, and kioShiMa 20 HP, Smith's on 5 HP. They could definitely do something here.
And without a bomb plant, they can't buy next round. They need a bomb plant or a round win to actually buy in the following round. This is really huge for Na'Vi. So we'll have to see if they're able to accomplish that. Smith is really low. kioShiMa is really low. Na'Vi certainly in with all the chances here.
They've had to leave NBK on the B-bomb site just in case. They haven't seen vision.
Oh, nice flank there from Happy, or just catching them off guard from the side at least. That's going to shut down options for sure. And this is bad now. This is really bad for Na'Vi. Edouard does take down Happy, so there's something. Oh, barely getting hold of that M4. In fact, Smith is so low, he doesn't want to repeat with that P250. Oh, but it didn't
check
look.
the corner.
Oh
sometimes, but that corner can be weird. Sometimes you feel like you've checked it, but you haven't gone just that bit deep enough. And in fact, there is someone there, and there was someone there.
Oh, look at this buy. Look how many nades they have. Very few. 5 grenades there. That is not a nice place to be in, especially on this map. Playing without any grenades, as either side, changes the dynamic really a lot. I mean, they need to use those grenades very effectively.
They do, however, have the AKs there. So if LDLC peak in the wrong places, they can get the picks, which will open up the map for them and allow them to push fast. We have an aggressive position here in the apps. Actually, no, it's not the apps. It's he's boosted up here. So he's facing the wall. So in case his teammates get flashbanged, he can turn around and offer some comeback.
So where does the grenade go for Zeus? Looks like they're going to smoke off quad. So that's an interesting choice there. And that's going to allow them, obviously, to get up through to Arch and the library side. But kioShiMa is in basically the perfect position to deny that. kioShiMa does take the frag onto Zeus. Smith comes in, surprise, and he does take down Edouard. shox going to push on in as well. And these grenades, this attempt from Na'Vi so far hasn't really given them position. It's given them a couple kills, but we see that they're yet to actually win a site. And LDLC, they just have to read the movement effectively, and shox is rotating. Looks like they actually are on top of this, LDLC.
Indeed, let's see how successful this push will be.
Not that successful.
Not that successful at all. Great position there from shox. Takes out 2 before either of them know what's going on there. And that's a solid round for LDLC. You can see the money starting to build now. 3 of them just shy of 5,000. We are going to see an eco, but it's a better eco from Na'Vi. They are this time able to afford full P250s and CZs. No nades though, just going to be trying to play those close quarters, and we have an aggressive position here from Long as well, as kioShiMa does nade down Guardian. That double nade coming down mid. Going to put some work in here for LDLC and makes things a little bit easier for them.
So it's starting to get really dangerous. Happy going to take down Seized. I mean, something to think about is that on the round that Na'Vi could buy, because they didn't get the bomb down or win the previous round, they weren't on the money to actually have grenades. And again, without grenades, you need to make your play fast and effective to gain position. I mean, there's like a few players that work quite well with low amounts of grenades, but you got to execute them really effectively, and we didn't see that. LDLC just shut them down. And then they had to play a buy round with no grenades. And starix actually does manage in this situation to take a kill, but that's still really, negligible, considering how well LDLC have been doing on the money. I mean, losing one guy, they're still going to, net about 10k, and their economy is constantly growing. Now this is the round for Na'Vi. They've got the buy. 2 Molotovs as well, so let's see what they can do with it.
We often find shoxy AWPing on Inferno, and we're finding it again here, although he's going to smoke himself.
Oh, the Kenny S
on
move.
Mid and go for the aggressive position here. Not the balcony, but going to go over here instead, but no one's going to find him just yet.
Yeah, that was something I saw Kenny S do a million times, that smoke to cover yourself. And oh, starix! I think shox was just about to move, so just caught him there. Well done to shox, as it looks like Na'Vi were actually potentially setting up for maybe the one lurker towards A, and the rest go for the push towards B. As we can see, LDLC are playing quite defensively in this site, but now losing a man already, they kind of do need the 4 men to push through together to make this B play effective. So they're not going to have a lurker now on the A side of the map.
It's a great molly through the smoke there to just cut off things potentially, and we have the nades coming in now. We've got the Molotovs on the oranges area. All the flashes coming in now.
Happy in a really sick position right now. The crossfire is real for LDLC. They're gunning them down. It is like the beginning of like Saving Private Ryan or something. It's
they
not
didn't
pretty.
Lose a single person there. It's like put some Pearl Beach business. They just got the MG to the chest.
It's not pretty. And that's 7-1. And let's not forget that was Na'Vi. That's so far their most expensive round, the round that they could actually buy everything they wanted. And they couldn't even execute the play. They couldn't even execute it. LDLC were on top of them before that. An aggressive play coming in. Nice shot there, long range from shox, challenging Guardian. And that's already another player down. And they're already on another buy round without more or less any grenades to work with. More frags coming in. LDLC are all over them at this point. What can they do? It doesn't seem like they can do anything.
This is mayhem here.
It really is.
This is mayhem for Na'Vi. They are just getting eaten alive right now by LDLC. And it looks like we're going to see a solid 2-0 the way things are going right now. Though it is still early days and we're yet to see Guardian with the AWP on the CT side. But LDLC just so aggressive now. Look at the money in the bank. NBK on 12,500. The rest of his teammates kind of 6,000 to 8,000. They're doing great at the moment. Great.
We saw Titan earlier in a position where they're against the ecoing players, just like rushing down the eco with AWPs, close range and stuff like that, even though they didn't have to. I wonder if LDLC is going to show us the same level of confidence. We're going to see, of course, Na'Vi slowly making their way towards second mid now.
They've just had someone leave T-spawn now, like 20 seconds into the round.
They needed a chat. They'd have a bit of a chat, I'm sure.
Have a word, love.
Have a word. See if they can boost the morale, because things are getting out of hand. 8-1, okay, that's fine. But their next buy round has to be the point that they turn that around. It has to be. It has to be. Either way, we're going to see now NBK with the deep smoke on Banana. That's a nice position. And, oh, nice shot there to Guardian. And they're going to actually charge him down through the smoke. NBK makes quick work of them with the AK, spraying them all down. And that's going to be the round for LDLC once again. Buy comes in. It's got to be now. Or, frankly, I'm starting to think it's going to be never for a Na'Vi.
Indeed, we have the AWP on Guardian now, so time to put some work in. But where is he going to take it? That's the question. Is he going to take it mid? Is he going to be challenged mid? Is he going to go towards the B bomb site? Looks like mid is the order of the day. But that smoke is going to put a stop to things. No shots through the smoke, so they won't reveal the AWP just yet. But shox, he's got an AWP of his own down Banana. Can he get a frag though? No, Guardian takes him out first.
Now making their way up now. The Molotov is going to delay them somewhat and give LDLC time to adjust to what's happening on the map and to losing shox. 4-on-5 situation. This is certainly advantage Na'Vi. What they do with it, though, that's all up to them. Looks like SmithZz is going to square things up on the board as starix goes down. And certainly, Na'Vi, they still have the advantage. I mean, their man now even after that trade up middle, as middle control is really firing up for both sides. But it's LDLC to give it up now, fall back onto the deepest positions on the A side. We've got kioShiMa in the pit now, as Happy is on the site. Potential good crossfire for them. Okay, 1-on-1 lost there by kioShiMa. The smoke providing really nice cover on that side. Happy coming in now with one frag. Gets challenged again. NBK coming in from the side. Does take down SmithZz. So another round one by LDLC. And Na'Vi just have to buy every single round. They got that consecutive round loss money bonus going for them.
LDLC's aggression is so picture perfect at the moment. It is pinpoint precision. We saw NBK pushing that smoke on the B bomb site as we heard the terrorists retreating, and that really proved key in allowing LDLC to keep their plays in the right positions on the A bomb site and allow NBK to get that flank and take the final kill there in round 11. We are into round 12, and Na'Vi with only one round of a possible 11 here. They need to get more rounds on the board. The same situation we had in the Overpass where they had 2 rounds for the longest time. They're going to need more rounds. There aren't that many left, and if they want a fighting chance on CT, they've got to get all the other rounds here. Now
NBK's got to be careful. He hasn't got reinforcements very close by. It is Happy who's now rotating around, but we've got SmithZz who is trying to make a lot of noise there. As we see the entry coming in potentially from Guardian, they are going to make their way up middle. Problem though in shox, who is over by quad, does get smoked off though. So he's going to fall back slowly. We can see that kioShiMa over here by CT Arch might be the first point of contact. In they come. kioShiMa has to be good to stop this push. And he actually does it. I can't believe it. Pulls out the deagle. And he will go down. But I'm afraid that he did do a lot of damage. And Na'Vi now are in a very precarious position. shox. Oh, he's eating the flames. But he will still make the frag. Oh, he backed into the flames again. Oh my goodness. That was just hilarious. I totally understand his thought process there as well. He's like, okay, oh no, I'm getting on fire. I have to go and make the shot. And he's like, okay, I got the kill, but I'm really low now, so I should back away from this angle. Oh right, the fire.
Right. He just thought he'd moonwalk into the fire because he's a boss.
Just moonwalks into the fire. That is.
He's got. Why not? He's got the money to buy and buy again.
I want someone to make it like a cartoonish GIF of him shox moonwalking into fire and then just dying. That'd be great. It's comedy for me.
Right, so we have an apps push here. Doesn't look like we're going to see. If they keep going this fast, I don't think they're going to smoke balcony. They're just going to go YOLO.
Yeah, I mean...
4 people apps push right now. shox, he smells the rat. Looks to smoke it out from the flames of that Molotov.
comes Na'Vi. It's already
three-way action there.
They can't quite make their way out of the door. The players, Guardian and SmithZz up quad, did have a better shot at actually making some ground, but in the end they're all going to go down.
shox must have heard them early in apps because LDLC positioned themselves for a triangular assault on that door, and Na'Vi had 4 people trying to exit it, and it just wasn't happening for them. That wasn't a good kind of threesome. And it's going to be 12-1 to LDLC now. Na'Vi got a hope and a prayer right now. Going to have to pray to Gaben to get back into this one.
Pray to the Lord above, Gaben. Our Lord in heaven. We'll see that NBK does make the frag onto Zeus there, as the smoke does go down. The deep banana smoke is real. AK flying through the air. Thank you very much. It caught that one.
As if things couldn't get worse for Na'Vi.
Yeah, that
NBK gets a free AK.
I think we know who Gaben is favouring right now. That is divine intervention if I ever saw it. But Edouard actually does make the kill onto NBK.
The problem is they're not moving on these pushes. They've had B cleared twice. Not that they know there's no one else on B, but they're just...
they might be going too fast now because look at this. There are 3 players there. If they'd waited longer, they could have split off to a site, but they are running into 3 players on the A bomb site. SmithZz is going to actually try to get a bit aggressive here on the banana, and he might just intercept the bomb. There it is, goes down. And it's like LDLC can't lose these one-on-ones, these important ones at least, as SmithZz can very well save the day for his team. He's got 30 seconds.
He needs to run because, well...
He's put some pace on there, and shox is going to eliminate him.
So they had 2 people... I mean, they denied LDLC vision of the bomb for the longest time. They had 2 people in CT spawn area, but they left the bomb to run on its own. And bearing in mind that they denied LDLC vision of the bomb, that means LDLC have to leave someone on B, and then they leave the guy with the bomb to run towards the site on B, towards B on his own.
I think it's a no-nonsense B push coming in. Happy doesn't find the sandbags. They all get blinded. Happy, they line up for him. That's a nice triple frag there for him, as NBK does come in to clean up one more, and Edouard is left alone. It feels like Na'Vi just can't hit their pace.
How deflated must this crowd be right now? Na'Vi are getting annihilated, 14-1.
That's crazy. And it just felt like there was nothing that they could do right. This was one of those cases where you see one team, they feel so good, they feel like they can't have a fight that they lose. They feel like every aggressive push that they feel like could be good, they want to take it because it doesn't feel like a risk because they're that confident. That's like what LDLC look like right now. They're not getting complacent. They're not taking it for granted, but they're certainly playing with it with high amounts of confidence. It's encouraging to see that from LDLC, but Na'Vi, it's unfortunate to see that they might not get a chance to really play CT.
Indeed, and they've got a 3-man push on Banana right now. Basically 3 versus 3, but only so many guns are going to be useful in a small funnel, and it's going to be 1-man advantage to LDLC right now.
NBK to take down a couple players.
We're looking at match point.
Yeah, this could very well be match point. Guardian, very nice shot there through the smoke. It's a 2-on-2 situation. Na'Vi need to keep themselves with a chance here, and Guardian might just be the man for the task. Although deterred by their bullets as they whisk their way through the smoke. And Edouard is coming in from the back, so he is going to combine well with Guardian. Does take the first kill, and kioShiMa's left on the bomb site. Can't really plant now, he's alone. Needs to try to put it to a 1-on-1. Going for the duel there against Edouard, over by Banana. And kioShiMa just can't quite seem to find that key engagement.
He's only got 2 bullets. It's 1 for each player.
And not going to find it. Edouard with 2 kills there in that 2-on-2. Very well done. And Na'Vi going to scrape their way back into the game, winning the pistol. But LDLC, they can put the pressure on. They can put the heat on right now with the CZ armor. It's coming.
Right.
All CZs as well. This is dirty stuff right now.
This
is
the dirtiest.
They're not playing fair.
This the filthy streets of London here. That's how dirty it is.
All right, so Edouard with the M41S and the rest of them on FAMASs. There's 3 smokes left. Make that 2 smokes left now, as one does get used on Banana. We're seeing that the camera angle's not trying to help you, are they?
Nope.
Well, we'll have to see if Na'Vi can hold on to this. They have SmithZz and starix in position, waiting for the rush. And we'll have to see now if they're able to hold on. Just one more round. Just one more round. LDLC go in with the SmithZz ablazing, and it looks like they're able to pick off starix immediately. It's just, oh, SmithZz will go down as well as NBK gets the bomb planted, and that's a two-man retake coming in now for Na'Vi. As we have Zeus moving through to construction, takes down the first player behind the generator, and he does make his way forwards. It's going to be Zeus picking up another kill, makes himself a one-on-one. Zeus could very well do this, picks off the head of kioShiMa, and he will save the round for Na'Vi. And that will be the defuse. 14-3 though, still almost seems like an impossible climb.
Impossible, but, well, almost impossible, but not impossible. We've seen this before. We've seen people come back from this kind of score and win 16-14. So it is entirely doable here for Na'Vi, but it's going to be a long, arduous road against one of the most unpredictable teams in the game right now, LDLC. And unpredictable in a good way. Their strats are solid. But they are going to be...
Notice the damage that LDLC did there. They've left Na'Vi with a chink in their armor. Then they're going to keep trying to like focus on that chink constantly, which is their economy.
A good point here. Look at the weapons on LDLC and look at Guardian and starix. They've got no helmets. One shot, they're dead in the head.
This is the thing with LDLC. They know that they should be buying like in these situations. They did so much damage in the previous round that the buy is like really smart from them, and the fact that they got so many kills, they can even like kind of afford like a decent buy. Like this looks quite good. 3 CZs and a Galil and a AK. That's actually quite solid. And we're going to see the kind of picking attempts coming in now. NBK is the one with the AK, so he's the one kind of leading the kind of look or the peak to some of the angles. And at the same time, we can see SmithZz is kind of leading the peak with the Galil towards the B angles. So they're keeping their riflers on the kind of giving them the possibilities to make those one-on-ones, find those heads.
Time running out now, 40 seconds remaining here. This is great for Na'Vi, especially with those lack of helmets. And again, we're going to see a breach on the B side. They're just walking in here, unannounced.
Na'Vi going to pick up 2 frags, starix and SmithZz combined. And it's going to be NBK wrapping around, going to find himself the kill on the fountain. starix goes down. And SmithZz just had to hold on, get himself some reinforcements, but he will go down to NBK. It's been a monster, an absolute monster. Bomb planted, 3-on-3. Retake coming in. 2 kits available on Guardian and Zeus for Na'Vi. As Happy locks down the flank. Banana is secure. They are getting quite low though, these French players for LDLC. Edouard, fantastic rifle work there, able to take one. Guardian, and 1-on-1 catches Happy in the back. That's going to be the frag. He will have a kit, so that will be the defuse. But these rounds are going to the last man. That's not something that Na'Vi can afford.
It's worth pointing out there that there was a great play from Edouard. He was coming from CT spawn area, went for the peek on Banana, and instantly moved back after not getting the frag because he knows that the trade kill attempts are going to come out. And he saw the Potty Heaton set up position people. They both came out to try and get the frag on Edouard, but he was ready for it. Took out the guy in new box and made it a little bit easier for Na'Vi. So a very small point there, but very important. And that switch there allowed them to win that round. And
I mean, basically LDLC again had another round. They got the bomb down. They did so much economic damage. They're just going to go for the buy every single time that they have a round like that. We can see that this time their money was actually kind of decent off of the back of that. But Na'Vi going to go in now for the defense. They can't keep losing so many players on the rounds that they win, because LDLC eventually, the war of attrition will go their way. And we're going to see Na'Vi slowly reinforce A with an extra man on SmithZz. The kind of floater role is SmithZz. Can float between the A and the B site as needed, as they read the map.
Indeed, so LDLC going to be looking for a pick to play on here, but the clock is going to run down as they do wait for this pick. NBK trying to get a pick on Arch at the moment. Guardian is going to re-peek and will fall to NBK. So we'll see more aggression here from LDLC towards the A bomb site now as SmithZz does get into position on Arch. And he is going to fall as well. So now we're going to see things really speed up for LDLC.
Ingo's happy to just throw in the flash. He does find Zeus. And that's going to be a trade there. Edouard actually relieving Happy of his life. If that makes sense. But starix is going to be on the long-range angle from the fountain. starix has to come out huge here, at least with one quick frag. But NBK, still an absolute beast, does take the kill. And that's the plant down there. And Edouard basically on a mission to prevent the match point here, and the problem is for them is that they have to they can't eco, but they don't have any money, so they have to force the buy next round if they lose this. even if they won, they wouldn't have enough money, even if they won, to actually properly buy.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, it would be, some of them would, but largely speaking, it would be terrible. And they would no nades and stuff like that, so...
I know for warm-up, NBK goes on deathmatch and leaves after he gets 100 kills, and you can see how that pays off there, because he is popping heads all over the place. Top fragging for his team right now with 21 kills. We've got Zeus at the bottom of the leaderboard this time for Na'Vi with only 6 kills here. So
Guardian's hungry there with that Beagle, doesn't find anything though. So LDLC got to be feeling on top of the world right now. They know they have Na'Vi against the ropes. They know that they've seen the weakness in the opposition now. SmithZz will pick up a kill though, and SmithZz going to go a bit aggressive to find himself 1-on-2 NBK. Not weapons they can pick up though, unfortunately. That is well played by LDLC to ensure that. And LDLC now have to figure out a play with three players, and they know that the weapons are kind of bad for Na'Vi.
I just need to note that Edouard had his teammate flash him into apps, but he accidentally got team flashed by the flash, and he exposed his position to Happy, who's now creeping through apps. So that's another thing that just hasn't gone Na'Vi's way on this occasion. Misses the shot as well as Happy gets the smoke grenade out, and Smith does take down Guardian. And we've got 2 Na'Vi players kind of stuck on the B bomb site right now. And
then they go SmithZz in the back though, and he's going to be able to take down Smith, but it's going to be a 1-on-2 now. Happy is going to be up against Zeus, who just picked himself up an AK. Edouard is rotating pretty quick. There should be a weapon that actually could even be shot over by Zeus, if he was so inclined. But Happy going to go in quite quickly now. There's no time. He's got to make the frags, 10 seconds. And it looks like they're just going to play it perfectly, and he has to back off. He recognizes that they played it correctly.
Smartly, he's going to protect the gun that's next to him on sandbags as well, so they don't get that. So it is going to be another Mag 7 round for Edouard here. He's going to drop it actually and go for the M4. So that small play by Happy forces them to spend all the money they have in that bank, unless one of these 2 remaining players is going to pick up the mag.
But once again, they know how bad it looks on the money for Na'Vi. So why not buy every round? It makes so much sense to just keep the pressure on and keep putting Na'Vi in a situation where Guardians never run an AWP. Their grenades are always stretched. They never have quite the setup that they want, that maybe they've practiced with. They can't do these crazy, let's say nade setups where you smoke from CT arch to banana. Like these things aren't really possible because their money is always so low, and LDLC want to keep the pressure on the weak spot, and they're doing so well.
Na'Vi, you have to be careful though, because LDLC will play the numbers game here, as we'll have Na'Vi players holding certain areas of the map, but LDLC will try and overrun them with these CZs and the odd flashbang. So it's those kind of plays that will win rounds here in this CZ era of Counter-Strike.
The CZ era. Characterized by that one gun. Alright, so it looks like Guardian's going to go for a bit of a spray through the smoke down middle. Not going to connect much though, and falls back. So it's hard to say how aware they are of LDLC's movement at the moment. They don't have a really good spot down banana. They do have starix, but he's not really in the position for spotting. So LDLC now are going to be basically surprising. I think, it's Guardian coming in from the back there from Library. That's a nice position, and he might just pick himself up a kill. With the help of Edouard, that's 2 players that fall in front of Guardian. Still in a good position, though, to find the heads. NBK in the madness is going to get the bomb planted in the back of the site. Not the best position, but it might just do for now. NBK, 1 against 3. The CZ does get some good tags. That's 1 player down. That's all he's going to accomplish. And Na'Vi grabbing themselves some guns and grabbing themselves another round.
Na'Vi finally get rid of the Mag 7, which has managed to carry through 2 rounds. We'll pick up 1 AK. We'll see if starix can pick up another one, but isn't to be. Again, match point all the way here for LDLC. They will be on another eco round, it seems. They're not going to want to be semi-sensible about this. We do have kioShiMa with the Deagle, though, so see if he can connect with any heads. Whip out the Juan Deags. Shoutouts to M9 Bayonets. So we've got 3 guys on B for Na'Vi at the start of this round, and 2 in the quad pit area. That is a meaty nade, which is going to put SmithZz on 39 HP. NBK not far behind them, going to be on 65 before seeing any enemies. And look at the push here on Banana. This is going to give Na'Vi a lot of information. Go to
Whoa!
Wow! What the hell?
Damn, son.
Second of Go TV like and everyone's dead. Holy crap.
It's like a nuke was dropped on LDLC, man.
Yeah.
One of those, like...
Oh my god. That was actually hilarious. I think we should have that as a bonus clip on the highlights. That was that was hysterical.
Oh my god.
All of a sudden, everyone's dead.
Jesus. Like someone dropped the Redeemer.
Saved us some commentary time. It's like a Archon toilet in StarCraft or something.
Alright. Another aggressive play from Na'Vi. You can see now that they have the money for 5 smokes, that they're starting to play aggressive on banana. They never had the luxury of that in the previous rounds. And we do see shox picking up a kill in apartments. So now LDLC have control of apartments, and they lose Guardian as well.
This could DDM for Na'Vi. Look at they're so aggressive on these plays. This just doesn't go their way, and this is the end. It's 5 versus 2 right now. This looks like a wrap for LDLC. There's one guy, starix, on B, and it sees all alone on the A bomb site. He's not going to be able to protect the site from all those players, especially not with a silenced M4. It's starix versus 5 here. This is as close to the end as it can be without being the actual end. One goes down, but...
nice plays from starix. He's going to go down in fiery glory, in a blaze of dignity. He does manage to pick himself up 2 quick kills. Might just be another one, but might run out of bullets soon. Will finally go down. That's a 16-7 scoreline, and that is LDLC 2-0ing Na'Vi. So very well played to LDLC. It felt like Na'Vi could never quite get the game going. It felt like it was Na'Vi's just not their day, and it felt like it was LDLC's. Like, they were having a great day. So, at the same time, it's not a good combination for Na'Vi. No,
and they started on the less favoured side of 2 very CC-heavy maps, which never helps. Never helps, indeed. But, you know, it was a late comeback there, which they got a few rounds together, but
yeah,
it was just too steep a mountain to climb.
I feel like a lot of that was just because, I mean, LDLC, they managed to always do so much damage, and they kept focusing on damaging so much, because you saw the setups from Na'Vi were so passive when they didn't have money.
Yeah.
But as soon as they got money, they started to play what felt like what should be their normal CT side.
Yeah,
and
they had to get it
so long to get to.
Yeah, they had to get aggressive. They had to take swathes of the map early on. But the thing is, they have to do that for so many rounds. At some point, it's not going to go their way, and we saw that in that last round there. One round goes the wrong way, and they lose the match.
All right, guys. Wow. So I guess we're going to have LDLC against Titan. So that's going to be a pretty sick match. And so we should have about an hour or so, maybe an hour and a half, something in that region. We'll keep you guys updated. And or it should be roughly 1 hour until that match starts. So stay tuned for that. LDLC versus Titan should be a heck of a match. We'll see you for that.